watching BBN Tonight on your official UK sports station, LEX 18. Presented by Central Bank, the official bank of UK Athletics.
Well, welcome back to BBN Tonight. We continue our hoops talk now with former Kentucky Wildcat Jack Goose Givens.
Yes, the UK Sports Network analyst joins us now. Jack, as always, pleasure to have you on. Let's jump right into it. Let's give us your thoughts on the latest matchup for the UK men. Here they're going to be traveling to Florida following 2 straight wins to open SEC play.
Well, I have to tell you, I'm glad that only 15% of the fans are in there, just simply because it's a crazy, crazy place to play down there in Gainesville. They really get into the game, and there's nothing to them. There's nothing like beating the Cats. So I'm glad we don't have to worry about that. But what we do have to worry about is Florida getting up and down the floor. They like to put runs together. Kentucky has gone stretches where they haven't scored. So you want to try to protect against that 8-point run and with about 4 minutes left in the first half, 10 in the second. So you want to try to put those things to rest by playing great defense.
You know, we've talked about the news that sophomore Keon Brooks is finally seeing some practice time. What do you think he brings to the table for maybe not just tomorrow, but also for the rest of the season?
Well, experience is going to be the big thing. He knows Coach Cal. They like each other. I think he can be a buffer between Coach Cal and how he deals with the other players. Matter of fact, Coach Cal won't have to deal with the other players quite as much as he has so far this season, because Brooks will take some of that responsibility up on himself. I'm glad to see him back. Don't think we'll see a whole lot out of him today, but in the Florida game. But I sure hope he makes Coach Cal play him about 20, 25 minutes.
All right, moving on to the next subject here, Goose. This week, the NCAA announced plans to hold this year's men's basketball tournament entirely in the Hoosier State, in the Indianapolis area, and announced some rigorous COVID-19 safety protocols. From your standpoint, just your thoughts of getting this thing done together, and also it is the Hoosier State, so it's going to attract some attention for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure. The thing that is interesting is that 7 straight negative tests that each player has to kind of meet in order to be able to play. If there is one, does that affect the other guys on the team? Do you have to quarantine? All of these other questions come. That's going to be the most difficult thing, and it'd be interesting to see how that works. I'm glad some of the parents are going to get in to see their kids play. It's really big for them. But, like with everything with COVID, I wouldn't be surprised to see some of this stuff change between now and then.
I think it's going to be interesting if Kentucky has to play at Assembly Hall there on the Indiana campus. That'd be a lot of fun. All right, let's end with let's end with some news from the NBA, where the Kentucky heavy roster of the New York Knicks has been playing some pretty good basketball and making for fun viewing in the process. Goose.
Yeah, you know what's interesting about playing with the Knicks, man? If you're winning, they have the best fans in the world. I mean, that Madison Square Garden gets rolling and gets loud. They love their Knicks when they're winning. But they haven't done that the last few years. And every Kentucky name that got connected to the Knicks, I just kind of cringed a little bit. And I said, oh, no, man, they're going to go there. But, they like winners. Kentucky players are winners, and we're seeing that. They just love some of our players. Particularly quickly, he has fit in very well. So I hope they play well. I hope they make the playoffs, which is something they haven't done in a while.
That would be a lot of fun. And what do you think about quickly just making this quick transition?
I like the fact that he seems to be very cool and under control. New York is a tough place to play, as I just mentioned. The media gets on you. But the fans seem to have taken a shining to him, and it looks like they are accepting him. He has stepped up. He's played well. He still has to learn, but I'm so happy for him for the progress he's made over the course of his career.
And Goose, I wanted to add, too, the resurgence of Julius Randle, and when you have Kenny Payne, who was brought on to be on that staff, how key was that just to have him go there and sort of start to scout guys like Quickly. And then he coached Randall, and he's getting the most out of him right now.
Yeah.
I can imagine that's been a huge factor for them.
Yeah, I mean, I think adding Kenny to that assistant coaching staff has been huge. They've been able to go out and get some Kentucky players. Just wait until Towns comes up. A couple of these other guys, you don't be surprised if you see them wearing a Knicks outfit also.
That's a good point there. Goose, thanks so much for your time. Look forward to listening to you tomorrow before the Cats and the Gators play at 5 o'clock.
Thanks, guys. Good talking to you.
All right, we'll be right back. You're watching BBN Tonight.